I half hope my mic doesn't pick up me just slurping on water. It says it didn't, so that's good. I think, where am I pointing? I feel like my flashlight's not pointing in the right direction. Oh, it doesn't matter though. I think last time I left off, my internet died, so I just had to end it. But I do remember, I got the key hidden in the bush. Although I have to say that was not a bush, that was a vine. I was looking all over the place for a bush, but I was actually looking for a vine. Can I open this door now? Oh, yeah. Well, it's technically not your job to remember, since I'm the one. It's my game.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Finally have the key.
The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks.
Yep, it has. And it's probably about to be an even more wild ride, because I'm pretty sure every time playing Disco Elysium is a wild ride. Oh, I didn't. I thought I would inspect the elevator, because it maybe inspected last time. But I guess it's good that it just throws me in there. Go ahead and have your coffee.
The machine is dead.
I just finished eating breakfast myself, like, probably not even half an hour ago. I was kind of wondering if I'd even, like, finish my breakfast in time for a stream. Which I did, just, like, barely. Got at least some time for, you know, reading the Ark Wiki and all. Anyway, can I show Garth the thing I found now? I found this key.
Hey, was there something you needed?
I opened the door.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
God, what if I told you I got in this back room behind the blue steel door?
Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He's really holding himself back here.
Aren't you gonna ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Pinball machines. A pinball workshop.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from, and they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why did you want to play? Because I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He was wondering about something business related, about how much money he could make of one.
Thinking of turning this place back into a pinball arcade? I feel like I'm getting a tiny bit of lag. If it gets unbearable, then I might, like, turn off my advanced tracking. But I like advanced tracking. It makes me feel bouncy like you are in your streams.
No, but we could diversify the entertainment options, seeing as you've opened the door back there. The machine we have in the corner now is broken. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here, other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Oh yeah, the karaoke machine. I gotta find the song.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now.
There's a peephole in the wall.
What wall?
Uh, Upstairs in the secret back room, right next to Clash's bedroom. I found it when I found the pinball machines.
I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the Whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
The color has drained from his face.
Are you sure you haven't been spying on your guests? Let's harass guard. It wouldn't be a complete day without harassing guard.
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my staff. The establishment will look at it and ascertain what it was.
Well, he's definitely not lying. He wouldn't endanger this business like that.
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his job and mine. See that it's covered.
Yeah, see? It's all part of the investigation.
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry. It's been a bit of a day, and now a hole in the wall.
Alright, you've been notified. Concludes.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not.
I'm pretty sure Kim said not to tell him about the doomed commercial area, because we don't want him to buy into the superstition that his business is doomed.
Yes?
Goodbye. I think I still need to pay for my room. Which I definitely have the money for, because I just received a nice deposit from an investor. Like him.
Yes?
Nothing. Well, I probably should send him to bed. Wait, no. No, I almost forgot again. We need to send away the body. I almost left it for an entire day again. Oh, it was here. That was a close one. I almost forgot to send the body away. Again. It's like day 3 and the body's still here.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Alright. Let's bag him, Kim. Take him away. I'll work with him for the rest of the day. Which thankfully, day's practically over now. Let's take him away.
Alright. I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Let's bag him and drag it to the motor carriage. Alright, I'm all alone now. The reason I wanted to do it late at night was so I wouldn't have to go through the entire day, like, alone. So now, what can I do without Kim? What if I talk to Kuno? Since usually Kim doesn't like Kuno. Can I buy drugs off of Kuno? I doubt it.
Kuno saw you wield that can. Sweet graffito action, pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit.
Thank you, Kuno. I really appreciate it.
You're still a dink. Now what's your case with Kuno?
Let's talk about your shack again.
The fuck do you want with it?
Nothing.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
I don't think there's anything new.
Kuno doesn't fuck.
Hear that? Kuno doesn't fuck. Which is a good thing, because he's probably underage. The 1+ of Kuno. Actually, now that I've taken the body, I wonder if I can turn off the fridge. Since I think that was probably draining the entire, like, electrical budget.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden.
I think so, too. There is something I still wanted to do without Kim. Oh, I think I remember. I wanted to go talk to Gary. So I think there was something I could talk to Gary about without him. Or maybe I could talk to Kalashe.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one ice cream maker nearby.
Let's unplug the red one since I took the body away.
An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
I'm guessing that the bookstore is closed, so maybe the next day I can go and talk to Plaisance and tell her that she's going to be spending less money now. I probably can't open this.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Turn the crank.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping.
Please. I'm pretty sure I can't open that unless I get a better crowbar or something. Like some fancy crowbar. Just to double check, is the bookstore actually closed? Probably is. Yeah. Okay. The map. I want to go to the fisherman shacks. I want to talk to Joyce. Joyce was here, right? That's their boat.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Let's gossip about Everard.
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun. So Kim's not gonna scold me for telling people that I lost my gun. He's helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him. So very, very helpful. And how is that going? Do you have any leads on that gun?
Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
Yes. As you said.
He's helping me find my gun.
Your gun, yes. Do you want to talk about something else now?
Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
He seems to be in some sort of loop.
Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
Well, that's not good. Looks fine over here. You sure it's not some sort of glandular problem?
What is happening?
He's helping me find my gun.
No, it's not that. It's... I have no idea. This is bad.
Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun. Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
Of all the things to be stuck looping, this has got to be one of the most witless.
Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
Sweetheart, please stop repeating that now.
This is going to be hard to recover from.
I heard this was a thing, so I wanted to like try it. But I don't know how long it goes. Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
Please.
Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun. Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
How do we get out of here?
Yes, Mr. Everard. This gossiping idea was terrible on my part. I take it back.
He's helping me find my gun.
The woman scans her surroundings as though a neurologist might magically appear.
Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun. Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
Do you want me to take you to a hospital, sir?
Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun.
Lieutenant Dubois. Harry.
He's helping me find my gun.
Yeah. We need to pull the plug. There's nothing else to do.
Is this just gonna like knock me out or something?
What if he forgets everything again?
Oh, I got $2. This has all been worth it. Thanks, Wumpty Dumpty Dump Center. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, Wumpty Dumpty Dump Center.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Hold on.
Took 1 damage.
Harry, are you all right?
What happened?
I'm not sure exactly, but you seem to be caught in some sort of loop.
Loop?
Never mind the details. We've wasted enough time as it is. What matters is that you seem to have got out of it. Now, please ask me something else before it happens again. Something that, preferably, doesn't include the words Mr. or Evrart.
He's helping me find my gun. I'm really tempted to do it again. But I think I'm gonna not. I'm gonna refrain this once.
Of course, Detective. You can always drop by later, should something come up. Now, what else can I do for you?
Okay, let's try it. Let's cross about Everett.
Oh?
Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun.
Oh.
Okay, I think it's the same thing.
So very, very helpful. And how is that going? Do you have any leads on that gun?
I'm not gonna pick the third one again, because if I do and it does damage again, I'm gonna die. So, Mr. Everett says it's almost ready to be found soon.
Did he now? Well, then it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you. Anyway, was there anything else you've heard?
Perhaps he is.
Of course, Detective. You can always drop by later, should something come up. Now, what else can I do for you?
You know, actually, can I ask Joyce about the letter he wants me to send out? Because I think I probably should get that sent out. Except it's a suggestion check, and I have -1 suggestion. So I'm gonna need like some other way to get it done, probably. Get the envelope. Deliver an envelope.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
Here. Let's show Joyce the letter.
Here? Oh no. What does that bloated hellbat want with my little cinderblock town? No, don't tell me. I don't want to know what he has in store for this place. Probably a statue. It's a statue, right? A giant statue of him. Or better yet, his twin brother. Practically the same thing, but makes him seem less like a psychopath.
I probably already said this one, but you would prefer something else, not a youth center?
First, there won't be a youth center. Whatever he's told you, or the residents, it'll be something horrific, perhaps even worse than a statue. So, yes, I do.
Like what?
A fishery. I've been speaking with Lillian here. She gave me the idea. The infrastructure is all here, and with my connections... Sadly, it's just one of the million things I'll never get round to. I just have to accept that I'll never be the rich candy girl who goes around solving people's problems with money.
Alright, conclude.
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
Conclude.
Of course,
I'm gonna
Detective.
inspect the envelope again. I know I failed the check last time. Like, critically, because it should have been an easy check. Is it unlocked now, or do I have to
You
at
take
the
the
point?
legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. Underneath all this, Lillian's signature and an empty line waiting for a signee.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put a point to it. Which I'm probably going to do, because I want to try and get that done. I know Joyce said, like, he's probably lying to me and he's gonna build something else. But, that investor gave me the money so I could build a youth center. What were my odds again?
A policeman. What can our village do for you?
I need 14. Uh, so I think it's not gonna make a difference unless I can somehow get like 3 suggestion. That's +1, so I'm gonna say I'm currently at 0. Should I even be calculating this? I'm pretty sure I already thought about this and it's pointless. Like, I don't have anything to redeem this. What else was there? What did I want to do? Oh yeah, I want to talk to... Wait, I remember what I want to do. Okay, I wanted to talk to... what was her name? I know her name. I can find her. Which... I guess I can't. The wheelchair lady. What was her name? There's... Lena. The cryptozoologist's wife. I was gonna talk to her and, like, ask about the other cryptids, but I think she's gone now. Because... Can I not fast travel while indoors? I want to go talk to Morel and see if maybe I can talk to him about, like, the details of, cryptids. I can find him. I think I talked to Lena about 1 cryptid, so maybe that'll be enough to pose as an expert. What's with this rock? Oh, $2. That's a little more than the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. I guess I could also talk to Gary. They're somewhere up here, right?
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator. Maybe. I mean, I can't check my inventory, but I technically have a gun.
To warm his hands before he pulled the trigger? There are no markings on the ground for a tripod. He would have had to lie on a mattress. This is simply not a good spot for a 1.2 kilometer shot.
Maybe he climbed the comms and put the shot there.
The salty water has corroded the ladder to nothing but 2 thin orange rails. In addition, there is no stable nest up there. It would have been useless. It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either.
Look over the water.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the wave-crossed bay, through heavy, dark grey curtains of rain, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. It's late. There is no light on the 3rd floor of the Whirling in Rags. No shape moves behind it. Glazia must be out on the town.
What about the cigarette butts?
A smoking assailant who favors Timotei to Ostra or Duhan. Cigarette butts are part of the campfire set. They're also everywhere.
Is that the campfire? I thought it was just a small pile of twigs. I guess that probably is a campfire, because it's got, like, some very clear logs and some rocks surrounding it in a circle. That's probably it.
Tiomotiri was a Revacholian colony on Ilmaran. The Suzerainties population was mostly Ilmaran Areopagites, up to 97%. The region was known for its tobacco export, hence the name.
Thanks, Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. I wanted to know a lot more about this. Maybe we can get more encyclopedia checks.
Oh, you do? The butts you saw had a silhouette of a boy wearing a coffee hat, a tobacco picker. This boy is the Tiamatiri brand logo. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Yuan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, a legendary cigarette from Grad. Tio Materi is favored by older men who like its old-fashioned paper filter tips, insane amount of tar, and the sweet smells of colonialism and halva.
What's halva? For a second, I thought this was halva. I thought it's gonna be like that reverse these nuts joke, like what's halva, and then someone says, "Have a nice day, Lamagatum." What is halva? That also reminds me, I need to put on my detective hat for +1 rhetoric. Because I put on like the bum hat to play pinball, which I'm glad I did because I just barely passed the check. Nice metal pipe. Get the metal pipe. For some reason, I think a lot of people think the metal pipe sounds like a jump scare or something, but it never really startles me. Like, maybe I could raise the volume of it, but I think it's already at 100%. And I'm not gonna go out of my way to find an ear-destroying version of it. I'm not gonna do that. Nah, it's not that bad. Backrooms isn't that bad actually, it's just like some hallways and stuff. I can't find the morale. Got a bird. I see one of these traps, but I don't see Gary or Morel anywhere.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
I'm pretty sure I already tried this, like, with save scumming, and this is an automatic fail no matter what, because the one time I did try it, I met the 20 roll needed to pass, and it was a critical success, and it still failed me. Unless this could be like some secret that you can only pass it when Kim's not in the party. Why not? Might as well get the thought. Because I'm not thinking about anything right now.
You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
I want to get in there.
You can't. This door cannot be opened. Ever. At least you can think about opening it, about doors in general. They are, after all, fundamental to your life. Perhaps something useful would come from this.
Let's get the thought. 45 minutes, that's nothing. And I have a slot for it. Internalize. And then I have one more thought slot. Well, I can't find Gary or Morel. So I guess the next thing will be taught to Klasha if she's still there. Ideally fast travel, because I don't want to walk all the way at night in the rain. Can I fast travel here? I don't know why I can only fast travel like from certain locations. I might as well page my room while I'm down here.
Hey, was there something you needed?
About my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
Yeah, 20 real for the night.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
How could anyone forget, asshole?
Goodbye. Actually, can I talk to him? Like, yeah,
Hey,
about it?
was there something you needed? You're already set for the night. Your door is unlocked.
Okay, great. Just wanted to check. Yeah, I think in real life, like, some spots are better for fast traveling than others. Like, I could fast travel from here to, like, my kitchen. It's just... It takes, like, 10 seconds as opposed to, like, 30. I just vault over my railing and run down the stairs. Which I've done as a kid, and I've been told to stop doing. Because I was gonna break the railing. I think everyone's just asleep. Everyone's just gone. But then... Where's Clash J? I thought they were gonna sleep there.
The lieutenant's door is closed.
Wait. I couldn't actually interact with this door? I thought I tried to interact with this door before and it's just nothing. It's just the door rattling sound. He's obviously not here. But can I knock?
No response.
Knock again.
Still, no response. Is he not worried that you haven't found the murder weapon yet? Doesn't he want to go for a little drive?
He's obviously not home, because we just sent him away for the body. Knock again as before.
You hear the sound of a drawer closing, followed by the shuffling of feet.
He's obviously not here. Who is that?
Yes, what is it? What time is it?
I thought I just sent him away with the body. Like, he's obviously not around. His car is not there. You wanna go for a midnight drive to clear our heads?
To clear our heads from what? Sleep?
Yeah.
Good night, Harry.
The lieutenant's door is closed.
His car is obviously not there. Like... That's weird. I don't know what to think about that. Like, okay, obviously that's just like a small oversight in the game's part, but I was not expecting that. Well, time to end the day.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Go to sleep. End of day 3.
It's not easy, but your bones are so tired from what feel like weeks of work on the case. You have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel you might be sleeping.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
I should have zoomed out before going to bed so I could, like, look into Kim's room and admire how much nicer it is compared to mine.
Recorded in you.
forever on Faraday.
Spinning on empty.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
The flashlight is the best health item in the game. You can't change my mind. It's the only thing that keeps me entertained as I'm reading dialogue and waiting for people to talk.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time. The smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
Colors, the voices.
All stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harristar, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
But what if I want to be the agent of nothing?
It's too late. You're not made of nothing anymore. You're something now, Harry. I tried to drown you in the black water, but you re-emerged, kicking and screaming, running. And for what?
For the working class.
Okay. I thought it would be a little more dramatic than for the working class.
For the money, baby.
That's more like it.
For Revacol. Always and only Revacol.
Perfect call. I thought we'd been over this.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Let's see. I am just looking out for my economic self-interest. Money. I'm pretty sure I've already structured my character around money. Might as well go all in on it.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
That's not what it says. But it's close enough.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Wow. I should get the Limbic system to do karaoke. I bet they'd be really good at it.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
My eyes. Yeah, I think I've noticed how some dialogue options are just like that. I don't know if it's intentional, like maybe it's like a subtle difference for those who really pay attention. But then there are those other ones that just have absolutely nothing to do with the actual dialogue. It's completely different.
Hey, Moneymouth. Indrak, the impeccable hustler provider of the 7th generation. It's showtime with Savvy.
Well now it's Savvy. What's up, buddy?
What's up? I'm worried about what's down, broke boy. I'm talking about your severe lack of money.
I know all about money.
No, you don't. You just keep muttering about your economic self-interest and not doing anything about it. Yeah, I heard you back there. What the hell was that?
You said before that playing the market could get me rich.
Oh, it can. But first, you need to enter the market. Right now, you're as good as Samir Losser eating dirt in Guerdi's immense network of mines. Samir Losser was a Gordi businessman who made his first millions selling kilograms of the ultra-rare mineral phasium to luxury jeweler Zakael E. Company. He made the rest of his many millions through wise investments and the invention of pleochroic lights.
Thanks, Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. I can't believe Wompty Dumpty Dom Center is unironically like the best thought I've gotten. Like I've gotten so much benefit out of it.
Listen, if you really want to make it in the big leagues, you need to reconceptualize your entire portfolio. Collecting tear and moaning about taxes is not going to cut it. You need to become a millionaire. Now, how do you become a millionaire?
I could pitch another project to this mega rich light bending guy in the container.
We're getting somewhere. But what project? And what's the ROI?
Does this giant check diver gave me help?
Not unless you have thousands of them stuffed away in secret.
I could ask for more. Manana flicked me, I believe it was either 25 cents or $1. That's something.
1 coin. The first of many. Imagine so many coins you're going to need to hire someone to help you manage all your wealth.
I asked Joyce and they gave me $100 unexpectedly.
It should be the other way around. Old mitered money showing up at your doorstep, begging for a slice of cake.
Really, that's it? That's all I have to say? Why aren't you guys helping me out?
Those guys, they're all financially illiterate. Only Savvy here knows how to dazzle and embezzle money out of investors' pockets with the acrobatic prowess of a 4-time gold medalist in the Samaran Gymnastics Summer Games. The ancient Samaran tribes used carved rhodochrosite to represent their wealth. The bigger the boulder, the more money they had, in case you needed to know.
I really had a feeling Encyclopedia was gonna pop up. I was so gonna say, like, hello Encyclopedia, and then have them pop up perfectly, but I didn't, just in case I'd be wrong. But I would have been so right. I should just say it whenever I want Encyclopedia to chime in. But also, thanks Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. Alright, I give up. I have no idea how to make millions.
Of course you don't. You've never even been close to a sum with more than 3 zeros. Let's face it, you've been on a years-long losing streak.
Well, actually, if you count the decimals, I currently have 5 digits in my pocket. If you also count the time, then I also have 9 digits next to the number that denotes my wealth.
But Savvy's got your back. Savvy's going to book you a charter flight with 80 birds of prey on board. To a land where the streets are paved with Krugerrands and fixed income securities. You'll try again, but this time with money. You'll win her back.
What's a Krugerrand?
Are you in?
I thought Encyclopedia was gonna chime in, but oh well. I've hustled, I've grinded. Show me the millions. Or opting in.
Attaboy. Welcome to the final grind. Here we operate with money on a much higher level than the ordinary citizen. We feed it back into the machine. Stop saving. Start spending. Become a patron. Let's start by getting you into the lucrative art market to diversify your assets and increase your ROI. Speaking of which, know any artists?
There's Cindy. I'm an artist. I painted the no parking sign on that giant wall.
Interesting. Are we speaking of visual art or something more conceptual?
Cindy seems the type.
You're right. She has the poise of a struggling artist. Very tangible. You can feel the poverty on her. Plus, she has paint. Go and support her like the state never could. Everyone must know that you're a big fucking shark around here.
I'm a man of plenty. Find a starving artist and become their patron. Hey Miri, can I hire you? I wonder if Clash is back yet. I can ask them about like what I did on Sunday. I still don't get why this has to be like 2 separate maps. Cause like, couldn't I just easily walk out here?
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Wait, there's a drama check here. You know, let me change clothes in the rain for drama. Cause you gotta look good when you pass checks. That's -1 drama. I don't think I have anything else. Maybe I have like some plus drama glasses. Oh, there's that thing. I hope I don't take 1 morale damage, cause that would now kill me. Oh, there's +2. There. I'm definitely gonna pass this drama check with this. Yeah.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
92%.
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
You know, I think you didn't make the call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies.
This whole time, she's been like all passive and like not that into it, but now she seems all defensive.
There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number.
Oh, thanks, Whompty Dom Center.
Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
I think this might be a scenario where I'm just like over pumped in drama. And I'm just making all this up. But we're riding this all the way to the bank. Anyone could know the number. Now someone coughed, it means nothing.
I can give you the time, too. It was late. After midnight. 12:20. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you, but I am now.
What if I told you you're under arrest, miss? Nothing? Did nothing happen at all? What if I told you you're under arrest, miss? What if I told you you're under arrest, miss? We're gonna start a whole new loop. You're under arrest. Put your hands behind the ground. Okay, your real name isn't Claude Armando. You wouldn't give me your real name if you're on the run.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
Good. You can tell me the truth. I'm very trustworthy, despite trying to arrest you approximately 21 times in a row.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
Was the passport bullshit too? That passport you keep hidden?
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Claudia Amandu. It says Anouk Maya Smith.
It's fake too?
A fake passport and visa, given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name to hurt me.
Why?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
Where's this boy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
What's the boardwalk in the reeds? I need to check this boy out. Me where I enter my slut arc.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past the Bergen sewage pipe, right near the waterline.
Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Alazie.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism.
You know what I'm noticing? Whenever I look at like some text or something and I don't quite understand it, I just sit there staring at it, trying to wonder what it means. And then Encyclopedia just immediately pops in and explains it to me. That's what I've noticed. Every time I stare at something, trying to understand, Encyclopedia just explains it to me. This is why Encyclopedia is the best skill, along with Wompty Dumpty Dom Center.
It also makes Clausia almost an acronym for Katarzyna Alazia.
Hold on. Katarzyna Alazia. It's not even Orani's name, is it? Not even Mundi. It's Grad.
My parents were Zhemsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranie. Alazie is my father's name.
Wait, Clausia is an abbreviation of Katarzyna Alazia? I hope I'm pronouncing that right, because I kind of forgot how it was pronounced, and I'm just going off the vibes now.
It was a sentimental thing. I wanted to be more me here, this time. So I used my nickname.
A nickname? Who gave you this nickname, Clausia?
Gave it to you.
A teenage boy. 1,000,000 years ago.
I'll keep calling you Clausia. It's easier to pronounce.
That's cool.
You're probably not even Miss Orange 37, are you?
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can, for lying.
Alright, that's enough. Conclude.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
You're under arrest. Put your hands behind the ground. Okay, let's change the subject. For the time being.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
Now the kid was near, let's talk about Sunday night. Actually, hold on. I want to put on this, at least. Just in case I suffer 1 morale damage, which is entirely possible.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
I have my emotional armor now, I'm ready.
Ah, yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you're a police officer.
The date of your re-entry into the fossil record.
Before you was the only room. The sound of the motor vehicle, steam in the bathroom, and darkness.
Wow. Mythopoetically adequate stuff.
Did you hear something Sunday night from my room?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo.
You mentioned loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them.
Oh, that? Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Thanks, Wompty Dompty Dom Center. This thing's paying my bills.
Oh, we're huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
It mostly just gets hard, doesn't it?
It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that time you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this? Sure, the empty case of the smallest church in St. Sains.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also...
What else?
That it doesn't matter anymore, and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
When you say wounded, do you mean like in a cool way? Like a wild beast?
Yes, it was very cool.
I knew it.
It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic or really means it.
I have high drama, I could probably tell. I was probably being cool. Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted?
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed, the tape player probably, the song stopped. And furniture too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Was there anything else?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it.
You.
No problem, sir.
Great, let's return to this later. I didn't suffer morale damage. How much time is left on the thing? 6 minutes. So after like one more interaction, I'm probably gonna unlock that. Hello, Kim.
Yes?
Nothing. Okay, what's today's? Inspect Clashes boy. That sounds like a euphemism. And also become a man of plenty. Let's talk to Lena.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
I hear more about more cryptids, or is Kim gonna like stop me?
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids.
Yeah.
Of course, officers. Is there a particular cryptid you two are interested in learning about?
Yeah. We're gonna inspect Clashes boy. I always thought it was pronounced the buoy or something. I guess it goes either way. It's either buoy or boy. But as a kid, I always thought it was funny to just pronounce it booby. What is the most dangerous cryptid?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
But okay, you just said we're gonna have more cryptids. You just said we're gonna have more cryptids. Fine, we'll move on. We'll come back later.
He nods approvingly.
We can tell Titus about our discovery.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
I want to go over a few things again.
Yeah? What?
I just want to say that I found the key, and like, there's totally a way that she could get up there in the span of 5 minutes. Never mind then.
Anything else you want, Cobb?
Okay. Let's go tell Plaisance that we unplugged her fridge, and she should be like struggling less now.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
I had a few more questions about the curse. I've solved it. I've unplugged the fridge.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
What are the words on the back of the door? Are these 70s as well?
Yes, the Simonees are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do here.
Never mind.
The woman looks aloof. Her feet.
I guess there's nothing. I went back and opened the ice cream container. I probably can't because I think it said I need a super crowbar or something. But at least I unplugged the fridge.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old
Crack open the lid.
submarine. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory.
I mean, it said it wouldn't work, but can I try it anyway?
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner.
Okay. What if I unplug it. No, I don't have
Only
LP armor
black
yet.
cable is plugged into the breaker box, while the red one lies neglected on the floor.
Unplug the black cable. Does that do anything?
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black. It's not like it's the red one. The description told me it's connected to like the ice cream machine. It's not like we're using that for anything. I thought maybe if we unplugged it and turned it off, it would melt and then we can open it. It's black. It's not like the red one.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing. One more door. There is no way to open the supply depot door. Accept it. You cannot open all the doors. You have to integrate this into your character. Some doors will forever remain closed, even if every single other door will open at one time or another. Maybe to a key, or maybe to some sort of tool meant for opening doors. But this one will never accede to such commands. A realization crucial to personal growth. Crucial.
What do I get for this? All Psyche white checks unlocked. Hey, that's good. That's immediately useful, right? Because I can look at the letter.
You take the legal documents out
Wait,
of
that's
the
logic.
envelope.
That's the wrong
A
one.
12 to 40 month.
Psyche then. Okay, well if I knew that's what I was gonna get, I probably could have tried to convince the lady to sign it first, and then just unlock the check again. Either case, I do definitely want to inspect the envelope successfully. What was that one quest I had, like, where I became an immense man or something? Become a man of plenty. Become an immense man. I'm gonna try and pursue that.
There, on that balcony. Do you see it?
Cindy? Yeah, that's where I'm headed.
Straight into a bull ring with no prep talk? No. It's your first sales negotiation. Savvy's got to give you the do's and don'ts. That's a pathetic looking bull. Where are the sharpened horns ready to puncture your gristle? There's no real danger here. Rehearsal helps fine-tune a performance. Learn your lines so they can flow out of you, like Herc Zeitung's legendary soliloquy in Hoppla, jetzt komm ich.
Alright, I'm listening.
Artistos are known to repel wealth. It bounces off their skin like rubber. The moment a reasonable business proposal enters their periphery, they go and get political. It's true, some of them are known to turn the entire thing into a happening. What you need to do is lure them in with a strong one-liner. Get them on your side before you've even finished a sentence. Show us what you've got. Pretend you're facing the Skull Girl.
Hey, the Skull Girl. Which I'm pretty sure is a franchise that I've heard various things about. Let's see. Okay, if this was an ordinary person, I would say, "Excuse me, can I please take a look at your art?" But with Cindy, I feel like a more direct approach would do a little better. Not this direct, though. I'm just gonna go about it normally. "Excuse me, could I please take a look at your art?"
Boring. Boring. Yawning my jaw off here. Next.
Okay, hand over your art. Put it in the bag now. Put your hands behind the ground.
Holy moly. Are we being arrested here? Only tax inspectors and debt collectors speak like that. You don't want to start your business relationship with the wrong vibe. But it would catch her off guard. That's always an advantage.
It's your lucky day. I'm in the market for some original art by La Creme de la Creme.
Mamma mia, if this isn't the top seller in La Delta. Everyone knew you'd eventually get it right. Okay then, off you go. Let's see what you've got.
I go up there first. I probably should. Corner them.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
It's your lucky day. I'm looking to acquire some original art by the Creme de la Creme. Or was it Creme de la Creme? Something about cream.
What's that? The piggy's looking to get into the art market with a snappy business pitch. Watch out, or you'll be auctioned off and face the chop.
The lieutenant straightens his back, waiting to see where this is going. Are we witnessing a performance, perhaps? Play along.
I hope this is drama track because I got plenty of it.
Relax. It's all part of her image. She stares at you, fearlessly, waiting for a response.
Okay. It's either 2 or 3. I'm just gonna... I mean, I do have a ton of drama, so I could lean into the performance. Pretend I'm a pig stuck in a cage. Why not? Help me, let me out, I don't want to die. Even though, what if I did?
Whoa! Calm it with that shit, cop. I don't have any art you can buy. Jeez. The whole point of graffitio being on the street is so everyone can see it. No charge. Expression for all.
That probably wasn't the right one.
There has to be a way to convince her. Everyone has a price. Forget this public art. She must have something private and esoteric. Something that tormented her until she brought it into existence.
I have an actual art degree. I mean, I have the thought. Actually, I finished the one more door, so I could fill up the last slot with something. I could get an actual art degree, but I think I'll save it for now. Don't you have anything personal? Show me your most conceptual chef d'oeuvre.
I don't do personal, if that's what you sickos are after. No navel-gazing pieces about what it means to be me. No one cares. I know I don't, so sod off, pig. You've got nothing to change my mind.
I have money.
Perfect. She isn't interested. All the more reason to move on from this little side task.
Your partner here gets it. Anything else I can not do for you, gentlemen?
Why is it always a suggestion check? Why do I have -1 suggestion? Although I do have a ton of bonuses. Alright, time to play the fashion game yet again. The +1 suggestion. Surely I have something else. I know I don't have many suggestion items, but Surely I have something else. At the beginning of the game, I want to like get as many clothing items as I can. But I kind of regret that now because I now have to go through every single one when I want to max a skill. I think that's the only... I have one thing.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
8%. Sure, convince her to show me my art. Convince her to show me her art. 8%.
She's locked up tight. What does she want? Maybe it's as simple as asking her, but whine about it so she feels superior.
I was 1 point off. I almost had that. Come on, isn't there anyone that I can prove myself worthy?
Squeal. Then maybe we can talk business.
Kim's not gonna do it. Squeal ignominiously. Reek. Exclamation mark. If you want to hear a better one, you do it, Mary.
Good little piglet.
I'll catch you later. Okay, if I take off, like, the armor, like, does it kill me, or do I just have, like, 1 morale? Say, I just put it back on. Okay, so I physically can't take off this armor now, or else I'll die. Oh, that's kind of funny. I thought maybe it would just like eliminate the second point, but it actually takes the first point. At least now I have an excuse to get all the armor, because I physically need it to live. This is gonna be tough. Especially since I can only try a white suggestion, like a white psyche check twice, because I only have 1 point that I can invest into it. See. White envelope. Now this is locked, right?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month.
Yeah, I want to do that. So I'm going to put a point into... What was it again? It was logic, right?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan.
Okay, it was logic. There, accept changes and close.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Just to be sure, I needed 1 more point in logic somehow. Because that was a good shirt. You know, that was a good chance. And I still failed it last time. Surely I have something. Plus logic.
You take the legal documents
There.
out of the
It doesn't
envelope.
get better than
A
this.
12 to 40 month construction period. There is no loophole. The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Wait, what are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it will probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Look, Kim, these people are going to have to move away because of the noise.
Of course, I should have seen it. Evrard probably has eyes on us, but if the second signature were to be somehow wrong?
He won't say it outright, but he's suggesting forgery.
You're suggesting...
Forgery, yes. It would render the document invalid.
That's illegal. But oh yeah, let's do this.
It's not the sort of act I would normally encourage, but under the circumstances, if done discreetly, it may be the only way to save what's left of the village.
Nice.
Or you could try to trick Everard. Get someone random to sign the document. By the time the Union boss finds out, your business here will already be concluded.
Okay, where could a good place to hide out be? If the Union people really are watching me, wouldn't they notice that like they didn't see me get the person to sign it, and I just like came out of nowhere and it was signed? This has got to be like secluded, right?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum. Underneath all this, Lillian's signature and an empty line waiting for a signee.
Guess I'll do it somewhere else. Maybe if I cross over the waterlock, maybe that's too far for them to see. Find someone else to sign it instead of the intended signees. Maybe I can get one of the drunks to sign it. So how would that work? I'm guessing this person's not any more convinced to sign it.
A policeman. What can our village do for you?
Yeah, didn't think so. Can I get a kid to sign it? Probably not. And I don't really want to interact with these kids anyway, but...
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Okay, not even gonna try it.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there. An empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware.
The next time you ask me for a set of 4 numbers, I should just give you those. What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade.
There's no "the" in there.
There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn.
This is all hypothetical, right? There's no actual dead dog here. This is just my imagination.
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant.
That's enough.
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
There's nothing here, is there? Oh, there are they. Can I get these guys to sign the thing?
Tequila Sunset.
I could. Hang on. This is a good place for a save. But could I be watched here?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. Underneath all this, Lillian's signature and an empty line waiting for a signee.
Alright, so I can get these guys to sign it.
Tequila Sunset.
Could you and your pal sign this document? Short for his letter.
What's it about? I'll let my hand address the situation. Maybe you've heard. I used to be a very successful businessman. I've signed more than a few lease forms or whatever the fuck they were. Anyone's got a pen? The pro's gonna do it.
Yeah, I had this green 8 pen. Lend him your pen.
All right.
Idiot Doom Spiral. I can have the pen back too.
Don't know if I've mentioned it, but I used to be a businessman. And as a businessman, I am going to keep the pen. For my trouble.
No, that was my favorite thing of all the things you have. This had better be worth losing the pen for. My favorite was the gun he lost.
That's it then, the deed is done.
Glad to have been of assistance. After all this time, I feel like I've made a difference.
I don't know if it was worth it.
Don't call Abigail!
Thank you for your help. Should we go and mail this? I think I saw a mailbox on the plaza.
I'm gonna miss that pen. Can I have the pen back?
Tequila Sunset.
Okay, I guess the pen's lost. I can't fast travel from here for some reason. Oh, Lena gave me that pen. That was the first item I ever got in the game. Because Lena gave it to me as a reward for correctly guessing the year. I had a thought bubble. Do I really have to walk the whole way? I mean, I guess it's not that far since I'm pretty close to the Waterlock as is. Oh, I have to climb up here. Surely there's gotta be some sort of auto sprint. Instead of having to manually press shift and move with WASD. Pretty sure shift clicking doesn't do it either. No, I have to manually sprint. Who are these people?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Skulls. Now there's a strong organizational title.
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
What's the skulls?
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
No, I really don't.
The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
What's the Besmartne?
Besmatine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West River Sholian crime syndicates.
Thanks, Encyclopedia. And the Wompy Dumpy Down Center.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
I wouldn't do a guy like that. I think he's disappeared for some reason.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
Sometimes I'm reminded that, apparently, according to other people, the high school I went to was described as ghetto.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
You guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
Who's Arno van Eyck?
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Who's Van Eyck?
Old man, it doesn't matter. You'll be long gone before his greatness is recognized.
So you're saying I'm an old man?
Yep, old as fuck.
Yeah, man. It's like at death's door. No wonder you know nothing about the future. You won't be there.
Judging by that, Van Eyck is some sort of musician. Or killer.
Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you part of the Skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think that the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
You'll see for sure once we're in. It's the last thing you'll ever see before the void consumes you.
Throw him off his game.
How would I throw him off his game? Are you sure a skull would say that? Or, I don't know. Are you implying I might be in some sort of danger? Don't fuck with me, boys. I'm one of the bad cops. You should see how bad I am at my job.
Whoa. Come on, man. We're just talking here. Just words. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no need to throw your authority in our faces.
Yeah, take my 0 authority. They know authority when they see it.
You want to talk? Let's talk, boys. Ask them.
Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Alright, enough about this scullery then.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Why do you have a piss jacket written on it?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
Yeah, it's the color of your hair.
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
Who are these kids? Makes sense.
What I mean by this is, we are all piss and that the world is inherently meaningless.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
Thanks, Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. What about the other guy?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though...
Yeah, blow it up.
You get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone.
Yeah, I call that natural development. Land development, even.
Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
I just wanted to mail up a letter and I saw these two kids next to Kim's car.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point. Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Hey Kim,
Yes?
what do you think about their jackets?
Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan.
Why are you so always so patronizing when cool possibilities cross our path?
What are you implying?
We should get these jackets.
For what?
What do people do with jackets? They wear them.
The concept of getting dressed is familiar to me, but wearing jackets like these isn't appropriate for an RCM officer, unless he's deep undercover.
But in theory, Kim, if we were to confiscate these jackets, which one would you wear?
Neither.
Come on, it's just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements.
That works. I'm more of a fuck the world kind of guy. I love exploiting the world for natural resources, so that suits me.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or You don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Hold on. I have 0 half-light, but this can be done with a bit of finesse. Okay, that's -1 half-light. I have these gloves for +1. I gotta put something else on with the other thing. Get rid of the penalty. It's a red check, so I don't get to retry. A +1 some half-light. I think that's about everything I have. Maybe I could come back when I have like more items. What are my odds now?
That ride is fucking lightning.
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
I mean, okay, technically, I could just save scum this. Technically. I have anything that gives like +1 half-light. I think actual art degree gives you half-light after you complete it. But let's start with mailing off the thing. I think this is the mailbox.
This Postler Vantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
I dropped the white envelope into the mailbox.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug, Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
Remember when I started this playthrough and I said to myself, oh, I'm gonna be Team Everard all the way. I'm gonna do everything for him. And then it turns out other people gave me more money. So I changed my mind.
Alright, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Alright. I'll come back to these guys another time. Probably shortly, because 42% is not that bad. This guy have anything new?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Nothing. Isn't this guy the guy who tells me, like, where the armor helmet is? Is it still locked?
The already familiar cold touch of plastic.
Yeah, it's still locked. I think that's probably just gonna be, like, the thing I already did with calling the super long distance number and getting a unique game over. I could visit the rich guy again.
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
This is just a comfy place to be. It's got a very nice atmosphere too. I wish I had one of those lights in my home. Just reality bending lights. I don't think there's anything new to loot, because I've probably been here and looted everything. I'm guessing Easy Leo doesn't have anything new either, but maybe.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
I have some questions.
No trouble at all, mister.
I have no questions. Well, at the very least, I get to visit Everett again, which is always a fun experience. What is that supposed to be? Maybe we can ask him about it.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
I mailed the signatures you asked me to mail.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course, I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a future and proven to be a true man of the left. I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
So when do I get my lost gun?
Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in. You don't know his full plan. Perhaps he expected trickery. Perhaps the signatures weren't important. The point is, do not think you're ahead of him.
I didn't reload that. I went with it, and I lost my Green 8 pen. I hope I didn't need that for anything, because I kind of liked having it. That was like my only friend before I met Kim. I said before I met Kim, okay? Kim's cool too, but he's no pen. No, I said the Green 8 pen was my only friend before I met Kim. I think. Oh wait, did I meet Kim before or after I got the pen? I think I got the pen before I talked to Kim. Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done.
Okay, where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out.
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy, the one he described as terrifying.
Oh, I can go get my gun. So is the gun still with the woman who bought it from Roy?
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway, the neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
She was waving around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
We might be looking at someone with a medical history here. Watch out.
Who is this old woman? Also, thanks Swampty Dumpty Dump Center.
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
Can you set up a meeting? I doubt that, but I want to see where this goes.
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk. a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
There's no way I'm gonna get that today. I got so much time to pass. Unless I do something that takes like 10 hours or something.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Did you order the Hangman killed? Feels like a dumb question, but might as well ask.
Order it? You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. And I'm too fat for that.
Why are you so fat? I was gonna ignore that, but you brought it up.
Glad you asked. I've got type 2 diabetes because sugar and fat was all my mother had to give me and my brother Edgar when we were kids. Good job too, as it made me ugly. And ugly people, Harry, are much better at politics.
What do you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Money, probably.
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
But they're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
How is this connected to the strike?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
I'm pretty sure he does. Like, I remember a lot of instances of him swearing.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her asshole. She has no chance.
Why are you telling me your plans? Because I sent off that envelope and we're best friends now? I hope that I don't suffer a penalty from taking all his money. Like taking the giant check and taking that free $5. Probably not.
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
How many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
How are you gonna fund your new independent harbor?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
Everything?
We've been running back channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Cool. I have some of those. Like the bottles mainly.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
That's just the top of the iceberg though, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column.
In bulk shipping, large volume column is a major buyer, a shark.
Thanks, Swampy Tompy Tom Center.
We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his Benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off Risperazole.
Benefed is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored, and risperazole is used to treat severe psychosis.
At the end of the game, when I finish Disco Elysium, I want to know exactly how much money I got from Wumpty Dumpty Dump Center. Because I've probably gotten like at least $50 from this so far. I don't think it will, because that seems like a pretty obscure like statistic.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidon.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned. But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
You know what? I think when I started the stream today, I had less money than like I do now. And I already paid I paid Gart the rent and everything, and I still have more money than before. You know what? Maybe I could go buy the shoes. Maybe I could actually buy the shoes.
He's basically admitting to it.
I feel like I got at least like $10 from this single conversation. Is Ruby helping you secure this fantastic share?
Harry, if I was supplying raw materials to drug manufacturers, I would need an army of rubies.
Understood.
Well, makes sense to regulate the drug trade like this. Keeps it out of more dangerous hands. Look, I'm just about the money, okay? I approve of like all this money business Everett has going. Yeah.
Oh, Harry, you've misunderstood. I have no drugs in my hands. It's all far removed from me, like some half-remembered dream. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is, but a small part of Martinez.
Go on.
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm gonna unite them all into one economic body. We're gonna incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's gonna be in on the wealth, and everyone's gonna pull their weight.
Well, I mean, if it has the word incorporate in it, I like it. I'm a money guy.
Yes, if you start thinking about it like that, the socialist municipal body sort of is like a corporation, isn't it? It uses corporate law. We're incorporated. I like to think we're using the best parts of all the ideologies here, Harry.
One of my favorite sound effects in Disco Elysium is the sound that plays whenever you gain money. It's a nice sound. Second to only like the sound of the combat armor. Second to ever saying Mr. Dubois. Can I ask you about specific union members?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
That's it for now.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
Okay. Kim, do you have anything to say? I doubt it.
Yes.
Nothing. Well, I've been recommended to talk to Easy Leo, but I don't think I will. I don't know if I'm gonna get much useful information out of him. I already listened to all his spiels, like, in full force the first time I talked to him. I probably don't need to do it again. Can I fast travel? I'm nowhere near 22 o'clock. I guess I can't fast travel. I'll try and find the Clashé's passport. I'll go inspect Clashé's boy. You know what, Mary? Let's actually go buy the shoes. Because the money's coming in. I can obviously, like, cover the cost of the shoes. Let's buy everything. I wonder if I can talk to the scab leader again. If that does anything.
Right to work! Right to work! Sure.
Okay, he's just still chanting. Just talking about anything to say.
Make way for the master poet.
I'll come back for these guys. Okay, where did it say the boy was? On the west boardwalk on the coast. I'm guessing it's somewhere near the church. I opened the church, didn't I?
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Well, I guess I can inspect it now.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city,
I wonder if I can find anything cool in here. So... why was this place locked again? I know they probably told me why it was locked, but I don't remember why. Just like where I put the cube.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on. We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, but this machine looks just like the one in the doomed commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
Let me investigate it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Let's press play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Is this the same woman?
Good morning, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I think it is the same person.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I forgot to look inside the core to check what filament is inside.
Please end the call and do that.
Okay.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its contents.
Okay, I got the log.
The speaker comes to life.
Good morning, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log, Feb-Mar.
Good. Please repeat the password.
I don't have the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do.
Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today? Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is
Let's press
still
print.
illuminated. Nothing happens.
Okay. Are those shoes on the ground? Can I get up there? Wow. I guess I just walk around the side here. This bit here looked impassable, so I didn't see it. Free money. And shoes. Empathy shoes. I probably could use these. I could have used that when I was telling the Billy about her deceased husband. Which, I wonder if the body is still there. It's probably not. Is that like another scarf or something? It is. I don't see anything else.
silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Did I go to the second floor or something? I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Stop my feet and clap my hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yell as loud as I can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving.
What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing, on its premises.
Maybe they want to discourage singing and dancing.
Could be.
He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though.
The bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
I'll take a perception check. Try and see beyond the shadows. 58% is pretty decent.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
Focus on the shadows' movements.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Officer, is there something up there?
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
On the ceiling?
Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
I have a flashlight. Shouldn't I get, like, some kind of bonus for having the flashlight?
It's climbing. Climbing down, holding on the beams.
Blink.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
What am I looking at?
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
I'll go. What am I looking at?
The shadow is a man. A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently.
Say nothing, be quiet for now.
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
Is this God?
That accent is Villa-Lobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villa-Lobos speaking Mesks in Rivershore.
The right place for what? Also, thanks, Wompty Dumpty Dom Center.
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Hey, and what was that about, the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Yeah, we'll have to point it out. I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use.
Oh, yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control all the way over here.
I'm doing just fine, thank you.
I know it's hard to admit that you got a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look into my own heart and see I was in pain.
Who is this guy?
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
For some reason I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways. 'Tis not an act, my liege, save him perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
Did you just climb down from the church tower?
Sure did, Holmes.
Are you human? You are moving like a human.
I am. At least in part, Holmes. Until the mother's love burns away the cruel distinctions of the body.
What does he mean, in part?
Talk funny.
Haven't you ever met a Mex before? Cabron. Surprising number of us around Ravishaw.
And it's great, such diversity is a boom to the economy. I feel like my mom has lost tracking. It's been like that for at least 10 minutes now.
Not sure I'm contributing to the economy none, Holmes.
At least you're human. At least that's a relief. I also got $1.
Glad you're feeling more comfortable. First timers are always nervous.
There must be something illegal about living in a church ceiling. I don't know what yet, but there must be.
Oh man, I would love to see that statue. I'm sure I'd be trespassing if the church was in use. But it's not, hombre. I done my share of illegal shit. Used to be in a gang, the whole deal. But even memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
I lost my memory too, and it haunts me.
No, man. You gotta let that shit go. Then the mother's light touch will fill you with rapture.
Do you remember your name, sir?
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name is Mr. Dubois.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Are these yours? Show them the things I found.
I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have them. I don't need them anymore.
Is this guy naked?
They look pretty dapper, actually.
I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the Mother's glory.
Sure, singing is good. We should all sing a bit more.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
Okay, I have other questions.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Some raiders want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
Do they have a reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
Anymore?
Though he used to, a long time ago.
So what do you think about the nightclub, that is?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
You know where the other spooker is? Went to strange machines around me.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
So there is another person living in the church, and it's Viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
Wait, what if it's Ruby?
Did it ever seem to you like she was hiding here from something?
You mean like a fugitive? No, man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machines.
I see. And where is she now?
I told you, Holmes. I don't know.
How can you not know when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Have you by any chance heard the Viejita say the password to a great computer?
Too many times, Essay. You need it for something.
Yeah.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
I'm doing a survey as passwords and passcodes, identifying regional trends, in the interest of public safety, of course.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
Afterlife death.
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it.
Okay, afterlife death. San Junipero from Black Mirror. Or something, I don't remember.
I think we're done here, Essay.
Where'd he go?
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure whether we'll find our suspect here.
I'm sure we'll find our suspect.
The machine's keyboard is
play.
still... The speaker comes...
Good morning. Votre accident on San
I have the passwords.
This is good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death. Except in all caps.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
No.
Goodbye, Votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Print.
The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Read the printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church, the door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
You think this log might be related to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, alright. Still haven't figured out the electricity.
I just noticed, I almost have $200. Like, I haven't exactly, like, been given a huge sum of money by one person, so I think Humpty Dumpty Dom Center is just adding up a lot.
See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving.
Read the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why'd you need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
Read the fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
How hard could it be to write a novel, though? You could probably write a novel in like a month.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Data loss?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Sure. Read the fifth entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
I wish I could swing at my flashlight, but I can't aim my flashlight in this dialogue.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
Next one.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
Read the seventh entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
What is the current date? Can I see that?
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Yeah, well, technically... Yeah, my favorite character I've met so far... I don't know. Okay, well, the obvious answer is Kim. Kim is the best character. But, like, non-main character... Or at least a character that doesn't follow you around everywhere. If you'd asked me in the beginning, I would have easily told you Everett, because I just like the way he says Mr. Dubois. I thought that was really funny. Oh yeah, that guy, the mega rich light bending guy, I like the guy too. I like his voice. I'm trying to think of those really obscure, like, characters. Like, I don't know, I don't remember his name. That radio guy on Kim's radio, MC something. And then there's also Jamrock Librarian. I feel like that's a really niche NPC. For the 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again.
I guess there's also racist lorry driver. I don't care about what he says, I just think he sounds funny when he talks.
Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
Are we counting skills? I think my favorite skill would probably be Encyclopedia. And I would have said the same thing even before I got Wompty Dumpty Dump Center. I just feel like Encyclopedia is, like, for my purposes, the most useful skill. And it's probably the skill that I have, like, the best of in real life, too.
That disco man must be a cell.
She must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Wait, wouldn't that be Disco Woman then? That doesn't matter.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
Oh, so we're getting really recent. That's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer. And the storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
Like the 10th entry.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air.
Why is toothpaste capitalized?
Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
Kim, give me your gun.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We're looking for a suspect in a murder investigation. We thought they might be hiding here.
No one's hiding here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Hey, have you rebooted the machine yet?
What is it?
Hey, are you the lead programmer of We're Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Yeah, but do you have like 10 years of experience in this language that came out 1 year ago? You don't. We're gonna have to fire someone else.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
Just those young coding prodigies. One time when I was in high school, I was in a coding class, like entry-level coding class. Like end of the year, we had some assignment to make something, like anything, like a calculator. I don't know, a program that draws lines, like Microsoft Paint. And some guy made a neural network to simulate the evolution of digital storage space for an entry-level programming class. I can't believe that guy.
That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Have you seen anyone suspicious, say a woman named Ruby?
What? No. No one's suspicious around here.
What about the guy in the rafters?
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
What with the guy?
Nope.
But you know he's around?
Yes.
Sounds like you're not worried at all.
No. You're right. I'm not.
Why are there so many machines here?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
Okay, I'll try and touch anything. Next question.
Great.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
2mm hole?
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
A hole in the world? What do you mean by that exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
I hope this is like an absurdly difficult logic or conceptualization check or something. I think that'd be funny. It'd be funny if I actually passed it.
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
Okay, well I guess that is challenging. Okay, you measure it by collecting data on its surroundings, on that which exists. Easy.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Hydrotransducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
Cool. Thanks, Swampty Dumpty Dom Center.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark, most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
Right there.
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives. That we're calling him now, the Crabman?
I know.
You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
You said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know about the scare 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
Okay. Well, there's a hole that's a little bit larger than 2mm.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad, a dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day.
Thanks, Swampty Dumpty Dump Center.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Okay. Kneel.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Look up, without closing my eyes.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips, and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
It is not possible to live.
As that great and desperate thought passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as I get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
How did I know that this is the mother of humanism? Alright, encyclopedia, this is my best skill.
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
So what happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the the army of humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity.
I was just thinking, this doesn't seem like quite a saint.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, Mare Interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
Why did we tolerate this bourgeois woman that long before we shot her? Which sounds a bit, brutal, but I was just thinking, this doesn't sound like such a good person.
She introduced us to the idea of public education, retirement, and modern diplomacy. Either way, this church, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
I'll probably come back to this another time. Didn't I get a new thought to think of? 20 hours? Wait a minute, 20 hours? Isn't like... Wasn't I already baffled when I looked at the thing that took like 10 hours or something, and this takes 20 hours? I mean, for like the final crowning slot, what better thing than a thing that takes 20 hours before I have to start getting rid of old stuff? Oh, ask her about the nightclub idea. What else was there? Can I move this? Oh, I can. Can I hold it? Yes, I can't. Yeah, that is a lot of hours. I wonder how many hours I have in Disco Elysium. So far, it says I have 31.8 hours in Disco Elysium. Seems pretty good. Pretty good for an amount of reading. I'd probably do way more reading than that after, like, by just reading game wikis and researching. This seems like a good place to save. And also, I should probably get dinner, so I think this would be a good place to call it and raid out. And hopefully, next time, I get my gun back. Finally, after so long, I get my gun back. Although, I do have a rifle, so I do technically have a gun. But, for the time being, I wonder who's on to raid. I think usually I raid into G after Disco Elysium. I don't know if they're on. I don't think they're on. Huh. I guess there is someone I'm following that's on, but I haven't seen them around for a long time. It's this Pink Bunny ASMR VTuber who has been up for I think 7 minutes. Or I could create someone new. Please see. Unless you have any suggestions. Amir, do you have any suggestions? Can't remember who else is in your comment suggestions. Momochimo? I wonder if I have any like tiny thing to pass the time in moments like this. I guess previously I haven't set that up. There's this thing called Marble on Stream that I have because like I've done it with other people, but I don't think I've set it up myself. Let me check. Who's Momochimo? They're playing Cult of the Lamb, which looks cool. And who's Nono's Carnival? What are they reading? So I think it's either... Oh. Okay. Well, I guess Con Ed is then. Playing Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Sure, let's just jump in right away. Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by today and witnessing my adventures / misadventures. I probably plan to play more Sunhaven on Friday. And to soothe your mind, I've cleaned up my farm. I've organized a plan for it, like a proper plan. I've not executed it fully yet, but I've laid the groundwork, kind of. So yeah.